Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here, this great location, be surrounded by the leaders of the company, all of you. Congratulations. This morning, I'm going to share an idea with you. I need you to open up your mind to the possibility of taking your business to the next level, possibly getting you out of your comfort zone. And I believe there's three ways you can do that. First way is work harder. Second way is work smarter. The third way is to do both. And I believe in doing both. What I'm going to share with you today is how to work the smartest way possible, and that's with CPA alliances. Now, why build a practice with CPA alliances? Well, first of all, you can't get better referrals than that. They're the warmest can be. The CPA is the biggest or the strongest advisor that the client has, and that trust gets transferred to you when they refer them to you. And they're going to be higher income, higher net worth, exactly what you want to work with, professionals. Second, for every CPA that you acquire, that represents several hundred potential clients. And as their business grows, that's additional clients you're going to get. So you're preparing yourself for future referrals, which we all want to do. If you like to do workshops or seminars, it's nothing better than having a CPA next to you, giving you credibility. And if you have a partner with a CPA, you can do that. If you hate cold calling, I think everybody here doesn't really like it. If you have the right CPA alliances in place, they're referring you business, you're so busy, you never have to make another cold call. The CPA is going to pretty much close the deal for you. They know during tax season exactly what they need. And of course, there's additional things you're going to find. But the good thing is the sale's been made for you. You can't get any easier than that. And last, if you have a CPA that's truly got skin in the game, they got licensed, they're a producing partner, they're going to refer you a lot of business. It's part of their practice. So what's the best method to prospect for CPAs? First of all, I want you to clear your mind of any negative thoughts you've had of working with CPAs, whether they're stuffy, they're hard to work with, or it's been saturated. It's not true at all. Let me share a couple stories with you that kind of illustrates the impact of working with CPAs. I myself, about 20 years ago, had a huge impact of working with CPAs. That's why I'm so excited about talking about CPA alliances. I was your average agent, working a lot of hours. Sometimes my wife would say, "When are you getting home?" And the average case size wasn't very big, and I barely made leaders conference. One day, one of my clients says to me, "I need a good CPA in Coral Gables, Florida." I realized I didn't have anybody to refer. So I called this one client of mine that lived in the area and said, "Do you have a good CPA I can talk to and send some client to?" I said, "Absolutely." So I said, "Okay, let me have his number." His name was Tony Garcia. And I said, "Great." I called Tony, set up a lunch. And Tony started talking about this client, and I mentioned the idea of CPA alliances. And I had not worked with CPAs before. He loved the idea. He actually wanted to get licensed, and he wanted me to do a complimentary financial analysis to see what it was like. I thought it was great. He became my client. His family and clients became my clients. His brother, who's the physician for Celine Dion that travels with her, became my client. The rest is history. Now, fast forward to last year, and one of my agents wasn't doing quite the numbers he wanted. He wasn't making a leaders conference. We went to meet a business owner, and the business owner needed some retirement planning. Some of the questions we asked him, he didn't have the answers, so he referred him to his CPA. He met with the CPA, and the CPA gave him the information. He finally decided to present the alliance concept. CPA loved it, didn't even want to get paid. He just wanted to take care of his clients. And he went from one CPA where he got huge referrals from to a second CPA, and by the end of the last year, 80% of his business came from CPAs. Not only did he get awarded Agent of the Year, Rookie of the Year for last year in the region, but he also is here in the audience today here at Leaders Conference because of that. So huge impact on your business. Existing relationships are the first place to start to get CPA referrals. You're talking about your existing clients, people you know. You want to ask them, do you have a good CPA you can refer me to? And if they do, you want to talk to them. CPAs are always looking for continuing education courses. So set something up like that, and you can get them in the room. Business networking groups. If you join one of those, you automatically get referrals from CPAs because that's what they do in the groups. Find out what CPAs are in your area and get referrals from those. Try to find out who they are, introduce yourself, and get to know them. First question you're going to ask is, are you accepting new clients? And most of them are going to say absolutely. Second, you want to ask, are you open to the idea of adding financial services? And if they are, they're the ones to work with. Want to meet with a CPA, you want to be in groups of 2. You want to make sure you look more confident, you look more like a team instead of a one-man show. You want to ask the CPA to tell you a little more about their practice. What's their typical client like, so that you can make sure it's the right fit for you. Remember, you're interviewing them, so don't feel intimidated. You want to let them know that you're trying to find out if they're the right one for you. You want to ask the right questions to see if they're going to be the one that's going to really refer you business. For example, during tax season, are they really going to refer you to open an IRA or a SEP? Then it's your turn to discuss your typical client and how you're going to refer them business. Now you're ready to introduce the alliance concept. You want to first go from referring them clients to transition to how you can add value to their practice. Make a presentation and make them a client. That's the idea. Now, the presentation goes like this. You introduce your team, the specialists you have in your team, Transamerica, the company that refers to, and the ratings that they have, other carriers that you represent, so they know it's not just Transamerica. Talk about your background, the client experience, and of course, the products and services that you offer. You want to talk about the added value to clients and the practice. You want to talk about one-stop financial services, client retention, and increase in profits, strength of combined resource, and remaining competitive. You want to talk about they have to get licensed in order to get paid, talk about a licensing process. And you have to decide, are you building a practice for tomorrow or making a living today? Most agents are just working with existing relationships and getting referrals. I recommend you work with CPAs, at least 4. Each will refer you 12 clients a year. That's 48 potential new clients. 4 P&C companies are going to refer you about 12 each. That's 48 potential new clients, or 96 total. And then four attorneys to help you with the estate planning and workshops. And you're the advisor that coordinates everything. A little dry mouth here. The average case that we get referred represents $9,000 in first-year commission. The largest case so far is $54,000 in target premium, which is fantastic. So to wrap it up, there was a phrase that was shared with me at one of the national parks with a park ranger. We were looking at this beautiful sequoia tree, and I noticed it was carved out in the middle. And people were walking through and said, why would somebody do that to the tree? And the park ranger said, because people do what they know until they know better, then they do better. And the same thing happens to all of you. You know better now. You know why you should work with CPAs. You know the why, the how, and the results it'll have in your business. So the next step is yours to take. Excuse me. I want to leave you with this challenge. If you're not working with 4 CPAs right now, when you get back to your office, get out of your comfort zone, run with this idea, and I promise you this, you'll have the best year you ever had, and the years to come. And you're going to take your business to the next level, better than you ever thought possible, and that you can take to the bank. Thank you so much, and God bless you.